Hey, what's good, guys? Welcome back to the challenge. Your boy Zen, and we're back at it again, man. And bro, Wilds is just so good, man. It's blowing my mind how much work Capcom put in this game, man. So anyway, man, in great form, bro, and me having a blast, I have made a water/fire longsword / dual blades build, bro, just to be as anime as heck. So you could be Tojiro, you know what I mean, or you can be the sun guy. What's that? Ryukyu? I can't even say it wrong. Either way it go, bro, you still killing it. Fire and ice, man. It's the best way to do it. Well, fire and water. It's the best way to do it, man. So. Anyway, this build is good. It's good for all stages. You don't have to be weak to fire or weak to ice. Obviously, most monsters are going to be that way, so it's good all the way around. But the raw is also so good as well. You're still going to do mad amount of damage for where we are now in the story. So if you're like chapter 3 towards the end game of low rank, getting ready to enter in a high rank and a little bit of high rank, this build's good. So let's go ahead and dive into the equipment, just kind of look and see what it looks like. Cool. So the first longsword that we're going to look at for the longsword, it'll be the Wyvern Blade Ash. This is the Guardian Rathian longsword. It's absolutely amazing, very solid. The raw on it is solid. On top of that, it has 15% affinity. If you're new here and you don't know what affinity is, that's essentially crit. Okay, so how often you get higher amounts of damage per hit. It's amazing. It's really what you want to be focusing on, especially in the early game. And then for the element, 210 fire. Oh, disgusting. On top of that, he has a good grip of green sharpness. You want that just so that way you can keep that damage up, because once you drop to yellow, red, it's just all over from there. And then in the slot, we have an expert jewel just to buff up that affinity, which is why we got it up to 15 in the first place. And then from there, we have critical element and master's touch. So let's go over those skills real quickly. So for crit element, those slightly increase elemental damage while active, you know what I mean? So basically, if you have fire, water, all that, it's just going to increase that slightly, you know what I mean? So that's extra damage. We love it. Master's touch prevents your weapon from losing sharpness during crits. So obviously, since we have a high affinity, we're not going to lose, or a high crit ratio, we're not going to lose a lot of sharpness, which keeps you green, which means more damage. Also a crit element, which means even more damage. Awesome, right? I know. So moving on from there, for the dual blades, we're going with the Guild Knight Sabers, and I'm going to show that so you guys can see what it looks like, at least when you go to the smithy. Yeah, so it look like this. So it'll be the Guild Knight Sabers. It'll be 182 attack solid. Affinity will be 10%, and the water will be 140. These dual blades are absolutely amazing, bro. Amazing. They do good work. They handle what they need to handle. They do what they need to do, and you stay locked in. Okay. Also, it has blue sharpness. Now, green sharpness is great, but once you get into blue, your damage modifier goes up a little bit more. So which means, translation, more damage. Okay, so we do that. Also, for the jewels, we end up doing an expert jewel as well, just to bump up that affinity even more, which is why we got it to 10% in the first place. Excuse me, 14% in the first place. And then from there, we have your skill, which would be the focus +2. So it'll be 2 focus skills. So just so we can go over that a little bit, it mildly increases gauge fill rate and reduces charge time by 10%. So when you're running dual blades, obviously you're trying to build up to Archdemon mode. When you're trying to build it up, this makes it 10 times easier to do that. Basically 10% easier to be exact. All right. Also going for the actual equipment, we go with the Rathian Helm, which gives us weakness exploit, and Intimidator weakness exploit, which makes it that really good. It gives you 5% affinity with 3% on wounds. So basically, it just makes it even better whenever you're hitting weak points. So you have even more affinity, critting even more, which makes it even better for the longsword, because now you're not losing that much sharpness. You know what I mean? Then we have Stamina Surge. Stamina Surge is important for dual blades because it helps you recover your stamina at a 10% higher rate, which means because you're doing dual blades, you're using a lot of stamina. So this really helps with that. Helps you kind of like just get your stamina back, and you can get right back in a fight after you're switching in between modes. Next we have the ebony braces, which has the burst on it. That skill is absolutely god tier for dual blades and longsword. So expect to see this skill literally in the end game. This is really like a solid thing to have, because continuously landing is what it is. Gradual hits, it increases your attack and elemental attack. Need I say more? Longsword and dual blades are multi-hit weapons. It's literally rapid hit weapons. This just increases your damage across the board. So you know, when you're looking for your in-game sets, you need to be looking for burst. Burst, I guarantee you, at least once we get to in-game, at least level 3 is going to be required to be meta, or excuse me, that's a trigger word for most people. I don't know, to be effective, I guess. Say it that way. All right. Yeah, so we have that, and then on we'll go over the jewels in a minute. Yeah, and then on there we have, for the jewels, I'm sorry, I'm going to do it now. For the jewels, we have the protection jewel, and then for the chest, I didn't say it earlier, we had an extra sheath jewel as well. We're playing longsword, we need to sheath fast so we can counter fast, obviously, so that's what we're doing. Divine protection, basically just if you're new, what's called reduces your damage by 15%. So when it's active, so it kind of like sporadic, it's RNG, but bro, it comes in clutch when you need it. So next we have the Guardian Doshaguma coil. That's the big bear thing. It comes with heroics, and most importantly, it comes with marathon runner. Now marathon runner is really good for dual blades, specifically because it reduces continual stamina depletion by 15%. So if you're doing something that gradually decreases your stamina, it decreases that by 15%. Obviously, when we go into demon mode, that reduces that rate, meaning we stay in demon mode longer, which means we get more damage longer, which means we kill monster faster. You know what I mean? There's a mathematical equation for you. Second off is just the kind of bypass thing. It's the heroics. You get hit 35% below your health, you get 50% damage, or 50 plus damage onto your build. So that's always really good. It's just a nice little bypass. Next we have the Guardian Rathian Greaves, which gives us weakness exploit, as well as another sheath jewel we put into one slot. So we're sitting pretty nice, we're sitting pretty good. Overall, we'll have Master's Touch, Crit Element, Crit Eye, weakness exploit, at least 2 slots of that, heroics, burst, divine blessing, stamina surge, and marathon runner. All those things, bro, makes it really good. So let's go ahead and look how this build hits. All right, so going with the longsword, we're coming in. Yeah, we're critting good, bro. Already, we're just coming in hard. We're hitting 48s. Yup, too easy. 58, 78. You know what I'm saying? Nice, and we're not even at red gauge, right? We're just building that gauge all the way up. We're at 80 now, and obviously with each gauge that you build, you get up to red. Boom. All right, now let's see what our helms are looking like. Yeah, look at those 70, 60, 64. Yeah, absolutely disgusting. 851 damage just with that one move alone. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our dual blades. Right. Come out here. Let's go ahead and build up our Archdemon. Oh, my bad. I'm building. Okay, cool. Archdemon. Now we're gonna do our special. Yup, critting. Yeah, we're hitting 813 with that, bro. Ridiculous. And you're in blue sharpness as well. We haven't even gotten down to green, right? You know what I mean? And so you're still going. You still got like a good grip of sharpness. We're just chilling. We're cooling. And this is what you whip out, bro, if you end up, you know, especially if you're doing like multi-hunts, expeditional hunts or something like that. You have one monster that's weak to water, maybe one monster more weak to fire. you know, it just kind of works real well like that. So yeah, and you do that. And the good thing about playing with Longsword and Dual Blade, although Longsword does wound fast, Dual Blades does it a little bit faster. So you can go through the monster, kind of soften them up, getting a lot of wounds and stuff going along, and then you can switch to your damage dealer, which is really fun. Now, obviously, this isn't going to be like optimal, you know what I mean? So, but we're just having fun out here. You know, we're having a good time. This isn't about being meta. This is about just being efficient and just having options. You know what I mean? And that's why I wanted to do this go around. I really love it. It's really cool. Longsword Dual Blade is anime as hell. That's the real reason why we do it. And you can still keep up the damage. Like you can still keep up the damage with Longsword. It's not much you're gonna get if you just did straight Longsword build outside of it. You know what I mean? But yeah, this works well. So from here, let's go ahead and jump into a couple of hunts and y'all can see the damage and how you can apply it. All right, guys, so we're running after Dosh. So before we even look into that, I want to show you the monster field guide, right? So he is, as you can see, weak to fire and ice. And let's go fire and ice and dragon and thunder. So he'll be good, kind of like mix it to kind of see what we're looking at. He's not weak to water, but you know it really doesn't really matter. Like I said, because you're gonna have good raw damage anyway. So we're going in already. Kind of soften him up a bit, get to work. Yep. Yep. Already critting. To be honest, let me switch this up because I actually like going in with my dual blades just because I like softening them up before we get to work. There we go. All those wounds pop so easy. We're in there, we pop him out. He's exhausted. You know what I'm saying? Now we can really go to work on him. You know what I mean? That's why I like going in with dual blades, bro. Like it really softens him up and keeps going. You know what I'm saying? This is by no means going to be like super meta. Like this isn't about what we're about. You know what I mean? Just we're having a good time, being efficient, not working too hard. Just relax. And just having options. Options. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. Running it. Here we go. Oh, man. Actually, that's not what I wanted. Ooh. All right, so we about to go below sharpness. Nice little sharpen. Now he's switching new area. We softened him up a lot, bro. Like, look at him. He's lit up like a Christmas tree. Look at that. This is why I love the dual blades. Look at that, bro. Just lit all the way up. Done cracked him, bro. Cracked him like cracked pepper, like black pepper. So he's doing his thing. Now I'm gonna use all my time to get this up. Now I'm longswording it up now, bro. Now I'm really about to crank up the damage. Yep. He's cooked. Oh, good cat. He got me on that. It's okay. Yep, cracking skulls. Yep, now we're just gonna crack him. Beautiful. Look at him, he's on the ground. He's sculling now. He's sculling now. He got me. Ooh, no, he did. This is why this build is so lit. Knocked it out of him. Ugh. Got him. And just blew him out of it. Look at the bro. Oh my God, dude. And I'm gonna be honest, like I'm not playing clean in the least. Like I'm out here just doing whatever. If this was a speed run, this would be chalk. This is a restart. But that's what makes it so fire, bro. Literally. Fire in water. Yeah, look at that. Out of here. Go home. We're finished. We're done. We just lay him on the ground. You know what I'm saying? We're just laying him on the ground. Yeah. Yeah, man, I highly suggest you guys to check out this build. It's so much fun. You literally can do all of low rank with it. You taking me down. You can do all of low rank with it. You can play the boss with it. You can fight Oda Garen with it. All of the difficult monsters you're gonna do, you got him. If you fight Rathalos, you got your dual blades. If you fight the Odo, you can put fire against him. It works well as well. You know what I mean? So most of the monsters you're fighting, it'll be right there for you. You know what I mean? So Dualblades Longsword, bro, it's fire. It's literally fire and water. But anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one. As always, stay zen.